Hello, Aries. We are going to do your June tarot reading. We're going to do a Celtic cross, get a sense of what the energy is like for the month, and then we'll ask for some direction, for some support, for some guidance from our guardian angels. My name is AJ. I'm a professional tarot reader. I will actually be performing or reading live, not performing, but reading one-on-one with people live at the Anime Revolution Convention Center in Vancouver, end of June, beginning of July. It's going to be so much fun. But let's get to it. So we're going to start by just seeing where your energy is right now. We have got Seven of Pentacles waiting, watching for things to grow. It may be at this time you have been investing in yourself, investing in your career or your healing journey. And that is the point when you start to plant the seeds and you're waiting for them to grow. And there's this element of total impatience to it, where it's hard to see when and where the payoff will actually come. But keep at it. When you plant a seed, it will grow. And it does need a little sunshine, it does need a little rain, and a little time for it to actually bloom, blossom, and develop. So, what's crossing you right now is justice, needing to have a little bit of balance and a little bit of structure, getting some justice for yourself, having rebalancing yourself after everything that we have all been through in the last couple years. Next, we're going to look at the subconscious energy. Two of Pentacles, lots of Pentacles in this reading so far. So this is trying to balance all things, all of the practical things, all the to-do things. It's just a whole bunch of juggling. Honestly, this card reminds me of being a mom and trying to do a job, trying to work and having to just get all this stuff done in a day. And this is where you start to need to prioritize. And that's when we keep the main thing, because we can avoid certain situations in our life by filling time up with errands. And it's so easy to let the day run away with you. And this card is asking you to prioritize. What is the most important thing that you need to get done? Is it about connection? Is it about career? Or is it about a little bit of structure to make your life a bit easier? And that's in the subconscious of trying to do all the things, trying to do all the things. And so let's go into the conscious. What are you consciously trying to bring into your life right now, Aries? So consciously, more pentacles. This is absolutely crazy. Really wanting to get things going, to get things moving, to get things forward. This really feels like a mom reading, just doing everything that you can for your kids and prioritizing all these things and trying to be of practical service to others and get things growing and get things started. And honestly, even when you're an entrepreneur and trying to nurture your baby business, I have so been there where my to-do list is just miles long and it's so almost overwhelming, but you got to prioritize to keep the main thing, to get things going to where you want it to go so that you can actually see real progress. In the past, we have the magician trying to make stuff happen, trying to get things going. And the one thing about the magician is he has everything at his fingertips for him. He's got pentacles, he's got cups, he's got swords. He's trying to manifest and alchemize. Often we can't control the cards that we were dealt, but we try to make the best of things and try to turn it into something wonderful for us. In the near future, we have Knight of Swords, and that is trying to get a handle on all your anxieties, thoughts, and desires, trying to not let your mind run away with you. In the environment, we got reversed Eight of Swords. So feeling a little bit stuck right now, and that's okay. We've all felt a bit stuck in the last couple years, especially 2020, and the pandemic was a real thing. Everything really felt like it was slowed down. A lot of our dreams got put on hold. A lot of our plans got put on hold, and a lot of things reshifted. So that's the time where we have these spaces that we don't plan for, that we don't necessarily want, where we start to restructure things and have so that we can have forward movement in the direction that we want. So that is the environment, which makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Let's go to attitude. What is your attitude? Like, how are things feeling? How are you approaching the world around you right now? We have reverse Knight of Cups, letting your feelings get away with you, which makes sense when you have a reversed Eight of Wands. It's just so frustrating when things aren't going in the direction that you want. And it is really easy to internalize things. And we never want to ignore your feelings, but feelings and actions, like, they're two different gauges of measurement. You want to be conscious of what you feel because it is giving you information, but you do want to look at cause and effect of what are you doing or not doing to move yourself forward in the direction that you want. And the next card is hopes and fears, which is always so deeply connected. What are your hopes and fears right now, Aries? There's so many cards that want to fly out. So many cards that want to fly out, but we're just going to take one. What are your hopes and fears right now? You want to be the star. You want to bring in the hope. The thing is about the star, it comes after death. It comes after the tower. And this is where we start to discover, where do we find hope? Where do we find hope after all this darkness, after all this struggle, after all this chaos? It's a tricky thing. Things that we thought would be around us forever and that we could count on to support us and bring us forward may not be there, at least in the same way that they used to be. And there's that expression of the stars are brightest in the darkest night. But the thing is, you are the star. You are the star. It's who you are in these dark situations. It's not that, God won't give you anything that you can't handle. It's more about your resiliency and your choice of what meaning do you choose to take away from the situations that you have been in the struggles that you have had. The difference is you get to pick what the meaning is. No one else can tell that for you. No one else can give it for you. You get to pick. And even if it's just the lesson of I have loved deeply and have lost, that is enough. It's a testament of your ability to love and go forward. And now let's get an angel message from your angels. So we're going to start with what are the strengths that you have right now? What strengths do your angels see that you have right now? Live your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow joy. It makes me think of that one, actually, Bible verse, the joy is my strength. I think the verse is actually the joy of the Lord is my strength, but the joy is my strength. And that can be the joy of your God or goddess power is your strength. The joy of your royal power of being like a star seed of the universe. Your joy will give you strength and sustain you through those hard moments of life where it's really difficult to see that hope, where you feel that all hope may be lost. And that doesn't mean you're denying how you actually feel. You don't want to do that, because that's really just stuffing your feelings under the rug or in your emotional junk drawer. But even when we go through the darkest of times, we can find a little lightness and brightness. And this is the thing about grief. There are things in life that you don't get over, but you do move on from. And how you move on from them is by gaining that strength through your joy. And that's connecting with the small little moments that bring you life. As a trauma and anxiety coach, one of the things I often say is the opposite of trauma is play. And this is where we can get into inner child work. But what are the simple things that you can do that reconnect you to joy in your life? It can be as simple as running your fingers along a chain link fence, or even just like doing some meditation with a coloring book. What are some aspects that make you happy, that can give you joy? And this will strengthen you and support you. And that's one of the first messages your guardian angel has for you today. The second message will be a blessing that you carry in your heart. Guardian angels, what is a blessing that the Aries carry in their heart today? Healthy choices. Your own healthy choices are the biggest blessing that you can take in your life. And healthy choices, yeah, it can be about eating better food, taking a stupid walk for your stupid mental health. Those are some great healthy choices. But it can also be with what you're watching. Like, what is on your TikTok feed? What are you watching on YouTube? What are you consuming on Netflix? How is that affecting your mind, your overall emotional base of where you are right now? These are the healthy choices that can move you forward. And we have a diet of mind and soul, just like we do of body. So, keeping those in mind with your healthy choices. And what is an area that Aries is challenged in right now? Oh, that one just like popped right out. New beginnings. Change is hard. Change is hard because it's all about the unknown. So, when we really don't know what's going to happen next, that's challenging for everyone, especially when you feel that your hope has been mm, dinged, tarnished. It's been hard to access hope. That's when new beginnings feel so much more challenging. Know that your angels, your guardians, your ancestors, your spirit guides, they want you to ask them for help and support. Ask for a sign if you need to. Just pick any sort of sign. It could be a scent, it could be an object, it could be a song. Ask for help and support. It could be even those angel numbers that you see all the time. When you look at the clock or when you look at your phone, what repeating numbers is the message that give you the indication that you are being supported by your angels right now? Know that you are deeply, deeply cared about. Peace from my heart to peace to yours. And I will see you very soon.